From the window to the wall, we getting lit up in it, big bouncing. We does it big up in it, big bouncing.
So we're gonna get the SS pulled in here and hopefully get started on grinding down those welds from our patch panels, and I'll show you what we done. Grind them down and maybe slap some Bondo on it and let it dry overnight. I'm gonna get the heaters put on it just so it'll help them, dry out and stuff for a little while. But yeah, they didn't turn out as good as I was hoping after tack welding in the patch panels. I had a buddy down and he tack welded them for me, but looked like he heated them up a little bit too much. It's not a big deal. We'll just throw some more Bondo in it and have to paint a little bit more area, but it kind of warped it. But I'll pull it in here and let you see. Alright, so if we get down here, you can kind of see how it's caved this big old dent here. But I really don't want to fill that, so I'm going to try to, well, whenever I grind these down, it actually feels like he's welded this backside on. So maybe I can just undo these welds from the inner part here where it's stuck. Just pop it off, hopefully. Maybe that'll relieve that pressure off there. Yeah, so I'll just go ahead and get these grinded down and then see if we can't somehow pop that back side off. All right, we got that on. I'm hoping I couldn't break that weld off, but I'm hoping whenever I get done with this, I'll pop this wheel off and see if I can't break those welds loose on the inner fender there and see if I can't push that out. But yeah, we're gonna wait for this to dry and then sand it down a little bit and put another coat of just regular Bondo on. All right, it's all cured up now. So before we sand it, we're gonna try to see if I can't get you to see. We're gonna try to undo this weld where I think this inner fender is welded. Right here. Like right up here. I'm gonna try to break that loose to see if it'll pop this bigger dent out. I just want to see if I can fix this bigger dent before putting the next layer of Bondo on, to see if we're gonna have to stretch this Bondo out to like see if we're gonna have to like fill this whole dent in with like a skim coat or something, which hopefully we don't. Hopefully we can just pop it out. I tried putting a suction cup on it, but that didn't work, so we're gonna have to try to undo that weld. And I might try that suction cup with a couple of, yeah, I'm gonna try that suction cup with a body hammer really quick and see if it won't hold out, but I think it's just gonna pull it right back in from that inner fender being welded to it. Alright, it still ain't perfect, but we're gonna have to do some more sanding on this body line, you can see. Alright, the primer's still drying, but you can see we're gonna have to do a little bit more sanding on this body line here. But I just wanted to get primer on it because I'm gonna be driving it tomorrow, so. But you can, yeah, especially if you get up close, you can see, you know, some spots where we still need to put another skim coat on and sand and everything, but hopefully we'll get it looking pretty good here whenever we, you know, get a couple days where we can work on it. But, you know, it's just a slow process whenever, you know, you work throughout the week and have kids. But, you know, covered completely in Bondo dust, but yeah, it's just gonna be a slow process on getting it done, but you know, it's put together and driving now, so that's all I care about. We're able to use it. But yeah, got the primer on it, so next time I work on it, I'll sand that down with 500, and I'll do another skim coat of Bondo, of just a skim coat pretty much. I'll skim coat it, put it on, let it dry, and sand it down as well. We'll just keep doing that until we get a smooth line. But the part that we welded in, the patch panel actually turned out really good. Like here you can see a couple high spots, but I'm not too worried about it once I get it together, or once I get another skim coat on. Like you can see right here, this is the corner of the last corner of that patch panel. So we've got to hit that again. I haven't decided what I want to do with this dent here. I don't know if I'm just going to do a skim coat on it and then try to bleed it all together or what, but it's slowly coming together. And then we still got to hit this seam with some seam sealer. But man, on the camera, this looks so much worse. But we'll sand it down and get that line straight and even. You can see how wavy it is just from having a high spot here, and then like down here we have a low spot on the high part of the patch panel, so we'll have to fill that, and then it's kind of just working back and forth until you get the right line. That's what I was trying to avoid, you know, getting up into that body line so I didn't have to worry about this. But to spread that Bondo enough out to match, we kind of had to feather it out up to that body line, so it'll just be a process until we get it done. Probably a bunch of sanding and priming and Bondo, and sanding, priming, Bondo over and over and over on this thing. But you can kind of see the process. I'll probably end up doing the rest of it off camera, because it's kind of a boring process of just sanding, spraying, spreading over and over until it's right. So I'll probably do all that off the camera, and the next one will probably get the start working on the brakes, the problem we're having with the brakes. So we've got a new caliper. I'm thinking that one we have is actually bad. And then we have 2 new wheel speed sensors for the front and 2 new hydraulic brake lines for the front as well that we're gonna replace, and see if that doesn't fix our ABS problem. And if it doesn't, we'll probably take it to a shop and have them put in a whole new BCM, the brake control module. But hopefully this fixes it so we don't have to do that. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll be back in a week. Sounds driving.